What's up, words? Today we're going to talk about belief. People that don't believe on what's possible. They believe on what not's possible. It's so powerful, your beliefs. People breaking all those limiting beliefs, something that I've been working on year in, year out, throughout the years, of like us being programmed to think that, a lot of it's not possible. A lot of this, things that we want, it's not for us. We've been groomed and laced to think that, oh, just go to work, come home and settle. Everybody settles because that's what we've been taught. We've been, we have the definitions twisted. We've been taught to believe that we have to be humble. Humble meaning that you got to be happy with what you got, with what you get. Your circumstances that, you have at the current moment that, you should be happy. And that's totally, that's totally not true. God, the universe, whoever you guys believe in, wants us to be more, to become more, wants us to go after what we really, want in this life, which, it's finding that inner peace, finding a purpose of why we're here. Like I tell a lot of my clients that I talk to, a lot of people that I speak to that are wondering, what's the purpose? What are we here for? What are we put on this earth to do? And it's been said for many, many years, as me growing up, reading the Bible through and through, because my mom was very religious. She still is religious, and that was kind of like her way of punishing me, because I wasn't just reading the Bible. At a certain point, she's like, "Nah, man, you're not just gonna read, because you're just probably telling me that you're reading the Bible. No, I want you to read it and write it." I had to write line by line by line. I had pages, stacks of me writing, every chapter. I got as far maybe as halfway, till it was I was done with it. I had I wasn't home no more. I was gone, so obviously my punishment ended. But throughout that, I learned a lot. And it's true what they say, but a lot of times we're not ready to hear it. It just goes one ear out the other. We grasp what we grasp. We get little pieces here and here. We don't digest it. We don't really soak it and think about what we read. Analyzing what we just finished reading. And what helped me was me reading it and writing it. So a lot of things stuck with me, and now throughout life, I started connecting the dots. A lot of things started making sense. Why we were put here on this earth. We all have a purpose. We all have a talent that we have to find within ourselves. But there's so much distraction here, and there's society has us pretty much, so distracted that we don't really sit down and think. Thinking is one of the hardest things to do. That's why we don't engage in it. We don't practice it. We don't really want to, spend time there, because it's difficult. It's hard, especially, coming up with a solution. We're always running away from the solution instead of like going after it. And our purpose is to find solutions. That's how we gain wisdom. That's how we gain knowledge. By facing the problem, facing the fear, facing failure, you pull from it. But we have these definitions so twisted, and that we think that failure is something that, okay, you know what, you're done. That was not for you. It's not meant for you. And we start creating this limiting belief that, that right there is just how life is. And in our reality, life is as you see it, not as, you think it is. It's like what you want to become, what you want to go after. It's a belief. That's why, when I speak about breaking all those limiting beliefs, it's something that I was taught, something that I learned throughout the years, that we're stuck in our own ways. We're stubborn. Our ego, our pride has a lot to do with it. Has a lot to do with trusting that individual, trusting that other person that's telling you, you know what, it's possible. I did it. I ain't special. There's no easy route. So it's hard for them to believe that somebody pulled it off, that somebody, was able to break those limiting beliefs, that was able to break those cycles of, thinking that, we ain't meant for more. And a lot of my family members, a lot of my people around me, when I stepped to the plate and actually handled business and created something, created a structured plan to help others break those limiting beliefs, they became believers. They started, building that curiosity within themselves on finding out, how I did that. What did I have to do to acquire that mindset? How did I get to that phase of understanding that, damn, this guy made it happen. I seen it with my own eyes, and those messages that I get are so powerful because it comes from a lot of family members that some of them probably doubted me. Some of them probably thought it was a phase that I was going through when I was telling them that I was working on myself, that I was really getting into personal development, reading these health books, self-help books, a lot of a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom that I was seeking that I didn't do before, which is how I started sharpening my brain, my way of thinking. It's about reframing the way we think. So that's what I was doing. I was rewiring my subconscious mind, which it was just full of a lot of garbage, a lot of trash, a lot of a lot that I learned through the environment that I was living and growing up. And a lot of us are there. We're full of like just negative, a lot of negativity, a lot of, like I said, not believing and thinking that, these are the cards that you're dealt with and you're done. Well, I'm here to tell you that, a lot of people, they're dealt with a different a set of cards, but it doesn't mean that you cannot play them. It doesn't mean that you're able to, accomplish what that other individual did, whether he got dealt a better hand and it wasn't that great, but hey, that is your job. That's going to be your journey to be able to navigate through life. All these quotes, all these verses that we read and that you read on books or personal development books, were like talking about, life ain't checkers, life's a game of chess. You have to know how to move and maneuver throughout life. Don't be a victim of circumstance. Which most people are. They're a victim of circumstance that they're in. That instead of like finding solutions, going after it, asking people that done it, they rather stay where they're at, play it safe, but be miserable at the same time. And that's one thing that's wrong, and that's one thing that I don't see that's that's correct on the way they think, because I'm not going around judging people or telling them how to live. But I am telling them that, there is a better way. And being victim of circumstances and pointing fingers, doesn't help, because as soon as somebody's moving forward, as soon as someone's, bettering themselves, those are the individuals that try to pull you back. Those are the individuals that talk shit. Those are the haters. Those are the ones that, start crying about it, start crying about their circumstance. Knowing that, instead of asking, instead of like watching, instead of like, seeing it as positive and rooting for you and hopefully like you break that cycle, you make it as far as possible so you're able to, teach them. No, they just, they shoot themselves in the foot by the way they act, the way they carry themselves, destructive behavior. So, like I said, this video here was just pretty much about, us limiting ourselves, and it all starts with the belief. It's believing. Believe is the big word. It's an impactful word, because whatever you believe, you will manifest it. Whether it's good or bad, you will manifest it. Whether you believe that you don't deserve a better life, you ain't, because you're telling yourself that you don't. So you're attracting that energy. You will find a million excuses why you think that you don't deserve a better life. If you believe you do, you're going to find a way. You're going to find a route. You're going to find a solution to go after the life that you deserve. Run it.